Hey folks, it's Lindsey Huddleston with SBS back in the building over at the Derek Coleman DC Elite Summer League over at Groves High School. And we are in Birmingham, Michigan, but somebody came a long way. You had to get your passport stamp to come over to play with us today, Coach? Got Coach Jamie Stewart here representing the Elite Basketball Training Academy in Windsor. That's right, crossing the border from Canada. Welcome, happy to have you back again. I know you were here last week, but talk about what's like for you making the trip across the border to come bring your guys over and tell us about your program.
It's very, very exciting to come over here against some serious competition. The culture in the Detroit and the Michigan area, very, very serious. The culture is not like that in the Windsor, Ontario area. It's more like hockey,
probably
soccer,
about to say probably kill us in hockey,
lacrosse. But over here, the culture, the seriousness with the parents and the players at a very, very early age, they're into it. They want it. You know, they have that hunger. And that's what I try to bring my kids over here to expose them to, especially my point guard I was telling you about, JC Zhang. I think he has a wonderful future.
Sure.
He has all the skills that you need at the point guard position, vision, shooting off the dribble, off the catch. He can make wonderful passes with his left hand. The only thing missing is resistance.
Okay.
Going against dogs.
Sure.
That are going to get in your stuff.
Right.
Make you question, keep you realistic when you're at home working on your game by yourself. When you're lifting, it'll keep you realistic. Hey, this is what I need to beat. And these guys are bigger, faster, stronger, tougher than me, right? Talking junk in my ear.
Yeah.
That's what I got to be ready for.
Right, right. Is there any way that you can expose your guys or get them ready for this experience before they come over? Is it something that you can talk to them about, but there's no way to really prep them? How's that?
Not really. The things that we do at the academy, for instance, JC wakes up every morning. He shoots 1,000 shots before school.
Wow.
And then right after school, we are either training, lifting, or driving over here to play.
How long does it take to shoot 1,000 shots?
On the shooting machine, just depending on what type of footwork we're working on. Like in the morning, we just catch and shoot. We just try to get our 1,000, get out of there. 40 minutes to 60 minutes.
But that's a commitment because you got to be up, you got to be ready to go, and then you got to go and have a full school day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find a lot of athletes are interested in making that kind of commitment at this point in their career?
It's very difficult to get them to understand that that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
But you take it out like Steph Curry. If you sit down with his parents or sit down with him, I bet you he's been doing that since he was 5 years old.
Oh,
I bet.
Derek Coleman, to tell you the story, Steph was in the layup line running drills with them back when he was that age, when his dad was playing with him in Charlotte. So I think they see these guys doing that, and they think, if I'm getting up the shots, that's enough, but there's so much more you got to do. What allowed you to be in a position to be able to make this connection, because you're well regarded by many of the coaches here, make this connection and have this kind of flag planted in America, if you will, and still be growing things with the basketball academy in Canada?
Well, again, we want to come over here for the competition and the toughness and the culture, and I'm just so fortunate that all the leagues over the years have been very, very welcoming. I would explain my story to them, what we're going through, how valuable we regard their leagues, and that we're so blessed and fortunate to be over here, that they allow us to play and tolerate us, because sometimes we get beat by 30, sometimes we get by 20.
You say tolerate us when you come in.
Right? So I hold them in such high regard to have that tolerance for us. We're hungry. We really, really want it, but you got to be patient with us, right? Because we're coming from an area culture that just it's not up to speed with the Michigan area, but we want it.
Yeah, but I would also imagine that you're held in high regard because they're excited to have you here because you bring something different because of your international experience.
My last players that I brought up here were big time shooters.
Okay.
Like they would, each of them 6, 7 threes a game.
Oh wow!
Right, so they could tell that we were working on things. And then years before, I had my big fella Miroslav Jaksic, who's first team All-State in Michigan, 2013. He could have stayed for 2014, and he had offers from Duke and Michigan and all that. And he was a killer here. So they saw me working with him over the years and him getting better and better and better.
Sure.
So they know that I'm passionate about it. I put in the work. This is my life. When 22 years doing this, right? It's the reason why I'm not married.
Hey, I understand. Married to the game,
a lot of sacrifice, man. But I couldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, that's great. Last thing I'll ask you, it seems like your career has kind of gone alongside the growth of basketball in Canada. I mean, I don't know the exact time of going back to the Toronto Raptors entering the NBA. Has there been some type of parallel with your career growing and just basketball growing in Canada?
Kind of, because I started the academy in 2001, so that was right around the time Vince Carter was exploding onto the world scene. And him being in the Toronto area, inspiring so many kids to, hey, I want to be like Vince. I want to go play basketball. Sign me up, Dad. Sign me up, Mom. And now we have Andrew Wiggins and Jamal Murray and players like that. Obviously, Steve Nash before them really inspired him. But actually, to have Vince Carter in your own backyard. Doing what he was doing when he was in Toronto. He was an inspiration to the entire nation, and we fed upon that and built it from there.
Well, that's great. Well, I'm glad you're able to come on over across the board and be a part of this. I'm glad to know that you're always being welcome. Before we let you get out of there, anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Give a shout out to my family back home in the Amherstburg, Ontario area. We're going through a difficult time right now with the recent death in the family, and the fact that I'm so dedicated to what I do. I don't have time to see them as much as I want to, but they're always on my mind, and I work so hard, and I'm trying to become something for them. So I'd like to give a shout out to my family back in Amherstburg, Ontario.
Making sacrifices during a tough time. We'll be thinking about you and praying for you and your family. Coach Stewart, I appreciate everything you do. Okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. This is Lindsey Hudson with SPS over at the Derek Coleman DC League Summer League. See you guys next time. Peace.